Hello, this video is to do a short demonstration of how to participate in NGSS chat, which is Next Generation Science Standards. It's a chat that takes place on Twitter using the Twitter hashtag NGSS chat. Um, the point of the chat is to have educators be able to share resources and ideas for implementation of the NGSS standards. It takes place every first and third Thursday of the month and in the evening time. And like I said, we use the NGSS hashtag. So what is a hashtag? A hashtag is a phrase that follows the pound sign. So for instance, pound sign NGSS chat. Now this tag allows us to search out tweets from anybody who have included that tag in their tweet. And the reason they include that tag is to make it so the rest of the world can find it. So they include that hashtag in their tweet, and it makes it searchable to the rest of us. So I'm doing a search for that now using the Twitter search bar up here in the top of the Twitter web app window. So when I do the search, it brings up all the tweets that have been posted by people with the NGSS hashtag in it. So you can see one here, come down to the next, and more. This top one is a promoted, which means it's an advertisement, so you don't need to worry about that. When you're participating in a Twitter chat, you need to keep the hashtag search running. And what I mean by that is clicking back and forth on these other options in Twitter, your home, notifications, messages, and discover. That will take you away from this. And that's fine if you go to those other tabs there, but you always need to make sure to restart the search. Now when you start the search, you're going to have two options up here. One is top, and that means it's going to be the most popular tweets for this hashtag, and then the other is all, and you're going to want to click all because that's going to show you all tweets that are involved in the hashtag. And here you go. So the most recent tweets sent out have been by Trisha Shelton, Mary Starr, and then Adam Taylor. And so that's the order they'll pop up on the screen, is according to the chronological posting of the tweet. So the most recent will be at the top. Okay, so I want to participate in the discussion here. So the way I do that is I'm going to include the hashtag in my tweet. So here I've written a tweet, and in order to make it post to the hashtag search, I need to make sure to include the actual hashtag. So I'm just going to type it in NGSS chat. But before I post it, I'm going to copy this little hashtag. So I'm going to select it. I'm going to do Control C to copy because I like keyboard shortcuts, and I'm going to do. And then when I want to post it into another tweet, I just push Control V as in Victor to paste it in. And that doesn't really look. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. So now I've copied that, and so I'm going to tweet it, and you'll see it pop up here momentarily. So a new tweet has popped up on the search here, and I'm going to click on that, and it should be mine, and it is. So that's how it goes. Whenever you want to share something or reply to somebody, which I'll go to in a second, you need to also include the hashtag in that. So to demonstrate a reply, let's say someone says something significant, or I want to respond to it, then I'm going to hit reply, and then it'll tag everybody that was in that tweet. So Trisha Shelton and Fred Endy, they're actually the moderators for NGSS chat. They're the ones that write the questions each time that NGSS chat meets every first and third Thursday. And so they're the moderators. They're the ones you're going to want to pay attention to for questions involving the chat. So I've written a little tweet to them. I already know it's going to happen this Thursday, and plus I spelled Thursday wrong, so that's always nice. And I should probably capitalize it too. And I've also mentioned that it's a screencast demo, so they don't think I'm weird and stuff. But anyway, so now I'm going to paste in the hashtag and send the tweet to them. And I need to make sure to paste that into every tweet I send when I'm trying to participate in this, because that makes it visible to everyone else, and they can respond or reply or even retweet what I say. Now, if you think what someone said is important, or you want more people to see it, then you just click the retweet button. And that will send the post back out again, and it'll show up on the hashtag again. When the actual chat is taking place, Fred and Trisha will be posting the questions, and they use the Q1, Q2, A1, A2 format. And that means they'll post a question. The question will have a Q1 for the first question, a Q2 for the second question, a Q3 for the third question, and so on. Our job as participants is to respond to those questions using A1 and A2. So for question 1, we'll answer A1, and then my thoughts are blah blah blah. Also include the hashtag, and that will show our response to question 1. Obviously, question 2 will use A1 for answer, or excuse me, A2 for answer 2 in the chat. Now, another thing to know is that we like to have this chat be kind of an EdCamp style. Now, by EdCamp style, we mean that you're encouraged to have side discussions with participants in the chat. If you guys kind of get off on a side tangent while you're discussing whatever it is the topic, that's fine. We like there to be discussions and real interactions. It's not just answer the questions and then mind your own business. We want there to be discussions and side conversations and real interactions, like I've said 3 times already. All right, so to recap, the way you participate in a Twitter chat, specifically NGSS chat, is to do a search for the hashtag using the search bar up here. When you start the search, make sure to click all so you can see all the tweets that have that hashtag in it. Answer questions with an A1 or A2 depending on the question number. Questions will be posted by Fred Endy and Trisha Shelton. Also, feel free to reply to each other, but make sure to include the hashtag in those replies or those side conversations. And also retweet people when they say something you think is significant or has importance or something that you just think is interesting. And the chat takes place every first and third Thursday of the month, and it's an interesting discussion. The whole point of it is to talk about how to implement the science standards, next generation science standards, more effectively. Anyway, thank you.